Natasha here again. This is November's issue of Listen to Herbs and we're looking at burdock today. So I've gone out to the local park to find my local burdock. Now a few years ago I walked past the gardeners as they were pulling out a burdock and I managed to get the root, but I didn't realise at the time that it needed to be cut up and processed quite early on because it gets so fibrous as it dries that I couldn't do anything with it after that. So instead it's just become a part of my kind of decoration for the house. So we've actually got two types of burdock to look at today, in the sense that as it gets older you are looking at and trying to identify quite a different looking plant. So in the first year of its life we're trying to find a plant that has a big leaf to it and no seeds at all, and in the second year of its life it goes to seed. So let's have a look at the two variations of that. So as you walk along here you'll come to a burdock that's in its second year of life. You can see it's kind of tall. We're looking at this very woody stem. It was quite tall, comes up to my shoulders, and now it's got these seeds. This gives it the Bur name to the burdock plant, and I didn't realise this, but you can use the seed medicinally. It's only through my research writing your monograph that I realised that you can use the seed medicinally. So you could come and harvest this as it is during November, and I would imagine that the seed could be harvested, well, probably at its best during the autumn time, but it might stay during the winter. I would imagine that frost would potentially harm it though. So then we also have the first year of life in the burdock, which I think is what I'm looking at over here. This massive leaf. It comes in a variety of sizes. I found a much smaller one somewhere else as well. And when it's got this big old leaf on it, got a heart-shaped leaf and a curly edge to it, it's lighter underneath. It would be this that you would be digging up if you wanted to get to the root. And the root is a minimum of 12 inches in length. Some have apparently, dug up 9-foot roots, which is pretty insane. And you have to process it pretty quickly, like I was saying earlier. The plant self-seeds, that's how it spreads, so it's the seed that you want to allow for them to be more growth of the burdock, and the burdock's life is usually between 2 and 10, up to 10 years apparently, but most people think of it as only lasting 2 years. I didn't want to dig up any burdock today because I'm in a public park and I felt like that was a bit invasive, although I'm sure if I asked the gardeners they'd be more than happy to have me dig it up as they see it as a weed. And it's actually quite a good point that if you can make a good relationship with the gardeners in your local park, you might find that a lot of the things that you want to use as a herbalist are the things that they want to see gone as gardeners. So it's a nice little note to end on. So look forward to hearing from you about your experiences that you've had this month, and I hope you have a lovely month. Bye!